Right now at 6, Border Patrol agents arrest 2 firefighters battling Washington's biggest blaze.
People are just doing too much, and yeah, man, I just felt powerless.
And Vancouver's big Main Street makeover starts to take shape.
All the updates I really like. I'm really excited about it.
Why the biggest changes are still to come.
They're getting to it finally, and that's a good thing.
Then later, 5 years on, wildfire scars remain.
We still can drive down the mountain and you can see the vast area that was destroyed.
As a family who lost everything in the Santiam Canyon shares what it took to start again.
This is our new beginning.
Good evening, everyone. We want to get right to breaking news with Oregon's biggest school district just back in session, announcing it plans to release all students 2 hours early tomorrow because of the heat. Portland Public telling us some classrooms reached unsafe temperatures this afternoon, and some students and staff have suffered heat-related illnesses.
The district says crews will install fans and cooling units, as well as adjust ventilation in the older buildings. Portland Public says the plan is to get back to a normal schedule after the holiday weekend. That is, unless high temperatures force them to reconsider.
All right, more breaking news right now. The Lane County Sheriff's Office has just issued a level 3 go now evacuation notice because of a wildfire burning between Eugene and Veneta. This is for homes on Halderson Road, west to Central Road between Perkins and Cantrell. If you're in the area, again, west of Eugene, deputies say you must leave immediately. We'll keep you updated on this as we learn more.
Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino now.
Matt, just a reminder that we are still in the middle of wildfire season.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not going to end until we get the really solid fall rains, and that's not coming anytime soon. You can see the Emigrant fire burning southeast of Eugene near Oak Ridge, and that one's still producing a ton of smoke. Some of that drifting north in the valley, making our sky hazy. So that's that. That fire by Eugene, not big enough to really be resolved by the satellite imagery yet, and hopefully it won't be. In Portland, though, it is 86 degrees right now. It continues to be warm, but we've cooled off from yesterday. Interestingly enough, the morning lows for the first time in 6 days dropped below 65. We dropped to 63, 59 in Hillsborough. Vancouver dropped to 62. But if we look at the stretch that we just finished, it's one of the longest stretches of warm mornings that we've ever had on record. So consecutive days with low temperatures of 65 degrees or warmer. We just had 5 in a row. That's the third longest on record. The longest was 8 in a row. That was only 3 years ago in 2022. All of these longest stretches have come in the last 10, 20 years as our mornings have become warmer, and our warmest morning of the year so far was this month on the 12th of August. We never dropped below 69. But again, this morning we did drop below 65, and we will again tomorrow morning. It'll be warm overnight, but not as warm as our previous nights. Warm again Friday, up around 90, and cooler this weekend. But you know what? If school officials worried about more hot weather, there's good reason to be, because it's going to warm up again next week, guys.
Okay, thank you, Matt. And we are also following developing news near Washougal this evening, where SWAT teams have a home surrounded. This is happening on Southeast 352nd Avenue, northeast of town. The Clark County Sheriff's Office says an armed man was threatening a work crew who was paving a driveway, telling them to leave. Officers are now trying to get him to surrender. No one's been hurt. We'll keep you updated, though, on what happens.
A lot going on tonight. Staying in Washington, 2 firefighters battling a wildfire in the Olympic National Forest are now sitting in an ICE detention facility.
This afternoon, Senator Ron Wyden posted on social media that one of those firefighters is an Oregonian. Now, leaders in both states are demanding answers as to why the 2 were arrested. Bridget Chavez has the latest.
Federal agents confirm that those 2 crew members are in custody now in Bellingham, and questions are growing from state leaders wondering why immigration enforcement has reached the fire line. Now, this is video sent to King 5 showing Customs and Border Patrol agents checking IDs of firefighters at the Bear Gulch fire. Federal officials say the Bureau of Land Management asked for help after terminating contracts with 2 private firefighting companies. Agents verified 44 workers. They say 2 were in the country illegally. 1 of them was previously deported. Both of them were arrested. The other 42 were cleared and released. The Department of Natural Resources says it was not involved. King 5 spoke with one of the firefighters who witnessed the whole thing.
It's just weird, it's scary. I just want to tell people be safe, man. Like these people are just doing too much, and yeah, man, I just felt powerless.
Governor Bob Ferguson put out a statement saying that he's deeply concerned about this and that his team is pressing federal officials for answers on this. And Senator Patty Murray also released a statement calling the Trump administration's policy fundamentally sick. The Bear Gulch fire has burned nearly 9,000 acres and is just 13% contained. It's expected to burn until winter. In Mason County, Bridget Chavez, KGW News.
Meanwhile, President Trump's border czar is promising increased immigration raids in sanctuary cities, and today he specifically called out Portland and Seattle.
Operations are ramping up across the country, but you can see a ramp up of operations in Chicago, absolutely. You're going to see a ramp up of operations in New York. You're going to see a ramp up of operations continue in LA. And, Portland, Seattle. I mean, all these sanctuary cities that refuse to work with ICE, where we know public safety threats are being released every day into this country, especially those cities, we're going to address that.
Well, there you go. Earlier this week, the president said Chicago would likely be the next city to see a crackdown. He's already sent National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., as well as Los Angeles.
Also developing this evening, the man accused of stabbing 2 people and getting into an hours-long standoff with police made his first court appearance.
John Adams has the update.
24 hours after a stabbing incident led to a nearly 5-hour standoff, residents of this Northwest Portland neighborhood are still coming to grips with what happened.
I've had a conversation with the guy who did the stabbing, and he seemed pretty chill. He seemed like a very nice guy, and then this is just, it was shocking to me. It was very shocking.
38-year-old Victor Palmer Regan surrendered to Portland police just before 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. A bureau spokesperson says the 2 people stabbed were taken to the hospital. One had to go through emergency surgery. Both are now expected to survive. We still have not received official word on what led up to the incident. Palmer Regan made his first court appearance Thursday afternoon, pleading not guilty.
It's so hard when you see someone you love struggling right there down the street, and I can't go do anything.
We spoke with Palmer Regan's partner on Wednesday, who says he was suffering from a mental health crisis. We also know he was taken to the hospital after police took him into custody. In the city of Portland, Portland Street Response can respond after a 911 call to assist people experiencing a mental health crisis, but there are exceptions. A street response spokesperson told me teams didn't respond to this incident because it included a potential crime, danger to others, weapons, and was located at a residence. Neighbors tell me they will be paying closer attention when they leave their buildings from now on.
I've told myself I'm not going to come out later than like 10 o'clock just because I'm not for the getting stabbed or getting shot at or getting harassed or, I'm not for that.
That was John Adams reporting. Palmer Regan has previously faced numerous DUI and assault charges. He will stay in jail for now.
Now at 6, some business owners in Vancouver who've been dealing with construction noise and sluggish foot traffic are now celebrating.
Yeah, that's because they're having a lot to celebrate about today. Devin Haskins live in Vancouver for us. Devin, they are celebrating at least 1 block of a renewed Main Street that has just reopened.
Yeah, they've been under construction here for about 8 months. And yes, it is 1 block, the city opening it to kind of show what it looks like. It is wider streets, also more of a seamless transition between the streets and the sidewalks. But it's the other 9 blocks in the to the south of us that are still under construction. And those businesses are ready for them to reopen.
Yep.
On the marquee outside Kiggins Theater, Dan Wyatt sees change as a good sign.
They're getting to it finally, and that's a good thing. Ultimately, it will be good. It was in need of a remodel.
Outside his doors, Main Street is getting ripped up. The city is calling this the Main Street Promise, a 10-block section getting updated with new sidewalks, streets, parking and lighting, and infrastructure below.
I'm hoping it makes downtown and Main Street more attractive.
Other business owners hope so too.
All the updates I really like. I'm really excited about it.
Crystal Humble-Larry, who owns Era GM Papetree, says new sidewalks can't come soon enough.
And if you look at our sidewalks now, I trip almost every day.
Businesses on this end of the construction zone aren't feeling as much of an impact as those on the other end.
It will be great to have more people in here.
Betty Rose may be smiling, but inside, the construction has come at a cost to her chocolate shop.
I'm down this month by $3,000 easily. I don't almost make that in a month sometimes, so that's everything.
she, like the other business owners, welcomed the updates.
It's brightening the whole situation by opening the sidewalk and putting out lighting that's going to be gorgeous at night.
And despite the hardships, she shares Crystal's hope for what's to come.
It's going to be 10 blocks of like beauty. It's going to be exciting. People are going to want to walk it and hang out.
So Betty Rose's chocolate shop just on the other side of that intersection right there. She says that street should get paved in about a week or so and then hopefully open up then after, so some much needed relief. The entire project from here all the way down the other 9 blocks should be completed by spring of 2027. Back to you.
Can't wait to see when that project is complete, but a good reminder that the businesses are open, so let's go shopping. Thank you so much, Devin. And speaking of shopping, a lot of you did a lot of school supply shopping recently, right? So very hard to believe, but today is the final day of the KGW school supply drive.
I mean, where did August go? Which means we want to say thank you to all of you who help send local kids and teens back to school with all the supplies they need. The lobby here at KGW Studios has been buzzing all day as our partners, On Point Community Credit Union, Rick's Custom Fencing, and Safeway help sort and pack up all your donations.
This year we collected $148,000 in 2 weeks. Super excited to say that's a little more than last year even, so we're really thrilled and we have such generous customers.
You heard it there first, right? Generous customers, and we beat our goal. It is not too late to donate. Head to kgw.com/school, click donate cash, and we'll do the shopping for you. Well, Christine, one more shout out to all our partners and to all of you for helping make this year's school supply drive a huge success.